भगवत गीता में कैसे इंटरेस्ट आया? लाइक यू स्टार्टेड टीचिंग भगवत गीता। अब कुछ मैंने सीनियर से सुना है, और लिटरली आपको मुंह पे रटे हुए हैं श्लोक्स।
I owe it to my father, who is a professor of Sanskrit. And you know, father-son relation is always competitive. So it's never very smooth. So my father would always believe that I would still take years to reach his height, and he was correct. But I was also very adamant. So I would tell him that one day, when he did not know, I mean, he passed away before I started teaching Bhagavad Gita. Because all my initial years I taught commerce students, so I taught stock exchange and all other things. But then I got SLS and I introduced the paper in world literature and I started teaching Bhagavad Gita. Had he been living today, he would have been very proud of me. So I used to tell him that one day I would talk like you, and one day I would quote Sanskrit stanzas. And my minor in college was Sanskrit. So my major was English and my minor was Sanskrit. I wanted to take psychology or economics at that time, but my college did not allow. So they forcefully gave me English and Sanskrit, which again came to my rescue. But putting everything aside, I think Bhagavad Gita, like Bible or any other great religious book, has something in it for everybody. So my room partner in St. Xavier's College was Christian, and he gave me a hardbound copy of Bible, and he said that when you turn any page, and each day you turn and open any page, and you would find answer to your problem. I think that applies to Gita also, and that applies to all religious books also. You just need to find out proper interpretation. It is very logical. Bhagavad Gita is very logical, and our purpose in teaching Bhagavad Gita is not religious. It is to acquaint students with how to tackle frustration, depression, anxiety, lack of decision making, and then working very hard. So that has fascinated me ever since my childhood to talk about Gita. And I remember there is a Gujarati poet, and he's a very famous poet, Krishna Dave. He has written an anthology called Vasaldi.com. And in that he has written one line, which I remember. He says that Gitaji.com etlu ukelwama ukli gai pandit ni jat. Which means scholars and scholars and scholars and endless scholars have tried to interpret Gita, but nobody has been able to do successfully. So it's just a humble attempt in interpreting it.
Everyone has interpreted it and published their own books with on Bhagavad Gita. So what do you think? लोग भगवद गीता के बारे में इतना बोलते तो है, but I guess people are more tend to read it more emotionally side, not taking it to very logical side, because there are still conflicts. मैं आपको बताता हूँ, Instagram पर it's like अगर कोई if one reel is recommending one book, like for example if one guy is recommending Rich Dad Poor Dad, and in the comments they will start read Bhagavad Gita. Irony की बात है, उन्होंने पढ़ा नहीं होगा, but they are more emotionally connected to it. So why are people more emotionally connected to it? And I personally think that you should read more logically, and you should think more strategically when reading Bhagavad Gita, because it's your personal growth, right?
I'll give you the answer. I have never watched a single episode of Game of Thrones. I have also not watched a single episode of Panchayat. But still I know the name. I know that they are popular. So people know that Bhagavad Gita is popular. People know that there would be something in it why a lot of people are endorsing it. And therefore, even if they have not read, it is always good to know that there's a book still to be read. Who knows? Maybe people will find out time and someday start reading it. So you are attracted to आप लोग जो Instagram पर करते हो, मूवी का टीजर आता है, टीजर, और अगर टीजर अच्छा है तो लोग मूवी देखने जाएंगे. So somebody like me or you talking about Gita even for 2 minutes in podcasting, who knows, it might inspire people to read at least some chapters in Gita. So even if it is with half knowledge or no knowledge, I think it is still welcome, any book that people are quoting. And the second thing is your emotional part. Gita has this answer itself. There is Gyan Marg and there is Bhakti Marg. Gyan Marg or Sankhya Yoga is logically approaching the truth, which is not possible for everybody. You need to be highly intellectual to do that. But there is a simpler way, Bhakti Yoga, which means accept everything and live in the present and enjoy. So Valmiki ji, who wrote Ramayana, he could not even pronounce Ram correctly. So instead of speaking Ram, he started speaking Mara, 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 Mara. But Mara, Mara, Mara logically became Ram, 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 Ram.
Really?
It is like that. The story goes like that. So the point is, if you have a real passion, then even a stone idol would become God for you, even a person would become God for you, even a living organism would become God for you. There's a very famous poem written by William Taylor Coleridge called Ancient Mariner. And the last part of the poem says that they prayeth best who loveth best. Means those people who pray best, they love best, both man and God and beast. So whosoever you meet, if you do not develop animosity or unintentional hatred for that person, I think that in itself is worship. You don't require to necessarily go to temple or believe in one God, but you need to believe in God.